So I finally bit the bullet and got me a set of Groots. Wanted to get a comparison between the two in the Epic series. And here we have Groot Cosmo, of course, with his gliding wings, and little baby Raccoon there. Yeah, obviously we know that's not Rocket, but it's one of the raccoons that the Guardians rescued in the last movie. And then the solo character here. First things first, let's take a look at the unboxing. Just a reminder, at 100 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a coat, trench coat for male figures. Here you got Wrecker rocking the brown coat. I'm just kind of sizing them up. And so I want to give out one of these at 100 subscribers. And I'll be giving out also a black or a same color as this female coat, the same one that Rogue has on here, and that's either gonna be black or that same color brown that you see here on Wrecker. So but this will be at 50 subscribers, and this will be at 100 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get that done by the end of the month. I know it's only a couple more days. Maybe it'll be extended till just indefinitely. I'm not sure. But anyway, just want to give a quick reminder, and we'll go from there. And if we hit 100 by the end of the month, then I'll definitely throw in some extra stuffs with both the female coat and the trench coat. Extra heads and hands I've been making. Anyway, let's get back to Groot. He came in a larger pack, and some of y'all held out to get this one. And he also came out in the single pack. Single pack looks like such. No window here. No plastic there. There's a figure. You can see the figure. You can touch the figure. There's a figure there at the front. Here he is. Side panel. Back panel. You see him with the gun there. Gun there. And there's the cast of characters. Top. Same old. Bottom. Same old. So we'll go ahead and pull them out real quick. And there's a box, and there he is. And here's his weapon. And this weapon is interesting. It's a little bit different, different finish. So I say plastic or resin that they use on this one. It's different. I'll put that to the side and just do a comparison real quick. But all right, here he is. Go ahead and release him. Don't want to stab myself here, you know. Yeah. Did anybody get this Groot when it came out? I did not. I held off till it was on sale. But that's him. All right. Initial thoughts. Looks like his articulation is going to be impeded there by the shoulder joints, so I'm not really feeling that. Okay. Look at his eyes. Holy moly. I don't know if you can see them or not. Yeah. His eyes look, they have that baby Groot look, you know? Really real glossy eyes. It's crazy. Alright, so that's that Groot. Initial thoughts. I'm glad I didn't pay full price for him. Does he hold the weapon? Let's see. How does he hold the weapon? I mean, look at these hands. I don't know how in the world you're supposed to get that in there. How does it show him? Yeah, it shows him holding that gun right there, right? So you might need to finesse that gun in there. And his hands don't really want to open up to let me get that in there, you know? Don't want to mess this gun up. Yeah. To decide. Well, what can you do, right? Real quick, size of this Groot. Well, you know what? Let's open up the second Groot here. All right. Put him back here. Here's the Groot with Cosmo and the baby Raccoon. Cosmo's one of the reasons why I grabbed this one. Side panel. Here's Groot, Cosmo, and baby. Back panel shows Groot with his glider, a couple guns, his branches, and of course Cosmo and baby rocket, or one of the rockets that they saved. Other side panel, the characters. Of course, you have all your warnings. Same thing with that one. Bottom, more warnings, more copyright information, and top, just the plain old panel. So, let's see how we open this one. Looks like there's tape here. Tape there. There. Okay. Okay. We see that came out of clearance. I am going to guess that these Groots are the exact same. Might be wrong. And it looks the exact same. This Groot, yep. I have the exact same Groot. Okay. Pretty stash here. It's probably easy to go. Oh, here's a little Raccoon. A little baby Raccoon. Okay. Let's start with Cosmo. And there's Cosmo. Okay. And more pieces. I think might have gotten gypped off here with the two weapons. Unless they fell. The box shows two of those guns there, sidearms. So does that. So, I wonder. I might have smashed them up, I don't know. Look through my paper pieces, I suppose. And I got the same guns, the exact same guns that. Oh. There they are. There we go. There we go. little gun, little gun. All right, everything came in. And this thought with this one, there's a reason why I didn't get him. There's his wings or his gliders. And the fit on the back there, just like so. Or if you want to use his gun holding arms or tentacles, whatever you want to call them. Looks like he has it in the front. Hold up. There we go. Okay. That's what that looks like. And you can put the guns in like so if you like. All right, and you can put, looks like you could put both this and the wings on if you like. I wouldn't. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool addition, if you will, to Groot. The little rocket or the little raccoon, I think, is let's see, let me go back to normal. All right. So the little raccoon looks nice. Nice little piece of plastic. And here's the Cosmo. And, this is almost a statue as well, but there is some articulation. It's definitely not the Legends quality Cosmo, where you have, the rotation. All you have is, basically shoulder and hip up and down, and, swivels, and that's it. You have a little bit of a swivel here at the tail and swivel at the head. I think it fits in well with the scale. Looks like a normal dog. So initial thoughts, I like the Cosmo. I'm gonna definitely do some custom on him. We'll probably do some custom on Groot. And so what I want to do is, since they're the exact same size and the exact same figure, just go ahead and measure one. And the first one, well, actually, the one measures at 4 inches. I'll give it 4 1/8 with that little crest there. See that crest? So he stands about 4 foot one, not 4 foot 1/8, 4 inches and 4 1/8 inch. Excuse me. Let me get rid of these real quick. And that's, I mean, it fits the size for the movie. Oops, excuse me. Definitely fits the size for the movie. I mean, he rode in a car with Star-Lord and Nebula in the movie, so he fits the size for the movie, within the scale, especially if we're looking at, the scale of the Mantis and Drax in the same line. There's Mantis right there next to him. And again, I'm customizing her, so she's just a little bit taller right now, which I think fits within her scale, within the comic scale. If we were to give him a height in scale, we would probably put him just under 6'3". Yeah, probably we'll give it 6'1". maybe 6'3". That crest really does put him at maybe even 4 1/4. Let me see. Let me double check my measurement here. There's 4 1/4. So he actually might stand at 4 1/4. Let's double check here. And he's pushing 4 1/4. So 6'3". Stands at about 6'3" in scale with that crest. If he's not on that crest, he's probably looking more at 6 foot. You know, Cosmo measures at about 2 1/4. Okay, and at 2 1/4, I don't know if I have that measurement. Nope. I mean that's the lowest measurement I have on this. 3 foot 8 inches. So 3 foot 8 inches. He's about 3 foot, 3 feet high. The dog, give or take. I didn't have the scale set to anything lower than 3 foot 8 inches, which is around the height of what Rocket should be. So that's the scale. That's the size. The little tiny Rocket or Raccoon that measures about 1/2 inch high. And again, it's a small piece. Small piece. Okay. So that's the size. Articulation. Which one do I want to use? I'll go with this one. Again, rotate. Arms go up about that high. They do go 360 on both sides, looks like. Yep. Head has some give there. Okay. Not much. Let's see, yep. Big ball joint there. Ball and socket. Okay. Elbow. Flexes to about right there. And I guess it does hyperextend as well. So that's kind of funky. This elbow, about the same. And it too hyperextends. Okay, so if I were to, oh man, so see this prevents even that going back. So that's as wide as this can get right there. With your hands up. So I can't really give you a accurate show of the angle here, but that's definitely less than or more, less than 90 degrees. It should be there. It's about, let's say maybe 115 degrees right there. Okay, legs go forward this much, and this one goes forward. Neither of them go any further back than this. Okay, knee bends pretty good on both sides. All right, oh, look at that paint. Little paint. Okay, he does do a Van Damme. There we go. Good Van Damme pose there. Knee, of course, nice 90 degree at least, and rotates. No ankle rocker. No wrist rocker or pivot there. It's just the elbow pivot, and no waist articulation. So that's the articulation on him. Let's take a look at, there's no articulation on this. This is a hard plastic, and this is a fairly hard plastic as well. So these two things came with the Groot that had Cosmo in it. So there's no movement there as far as being able to pose. So this is the angle you're gonna get for your shooters, for his holding of these guns. And does this guy? Maybe this one will be a little bit easier too. No. So you probably have to warm this guy up, or these hands up, to be able to hold this weapon. And it seems like I feel like this should do something. You know, this little, maybe you should add, or you could add more weapons to it. I don't know. Anyway, that was for the solo Groot that came with just the Groot figure. So there's your articulation for Groot. Cosmo, again, articulation. You have swivel here, just swivels at the hips for her or for him, and then depending on what you're basing your Cosmo on. The movie, it sounds like a female. Again, it's just plain disc swivel for this front arms. Disc swivel for this one. They do go to about there. They go all the way around. Okay, and this one goes all the way around as well. Same thing with this one. And this one's actually getting really loose already. Neck swivel. Okay. There you go. Initial thoughts on Cosmo. I like it. It'll be part of the team. Initial thoughts on the baby group. It's what it is. I don't know if, maybe I might give it to my daughter. I don't know. Customization thoughts. Wrists will probably take these off. That part, and sculpt it a little bit better so that way it functions and still looks tree-ish. Definitely gonna put that neck rocker ball joint on his head, so he'll be able to do more of this. In fact, if you just keep it right there, no, he won't let you do that. Oh, let's go up in. Anyway, there's potential there. So take away these shoulder impediments, if you will. Give him some wrist articulation. Thigh. I don't know if I do a thigh swivel on him or not. Maybe some ankle articulation, which would be really hard because of how he doesn't really have ankles. So I have to figure some out. I'd probably want to give him some more height too, just because I know even though he's same height as Star-Lord in the movie, I still like Groot a little bit taller. So that's the idea there. I will not do anything to this little guy at all. If I were to do anything with this, maybe I would make these softer, recast these, make them a little bit softer, and maybe put some wire in there so that they can actually move, kind of like the Doc Ock arms. This is fine. I wouldn't necessarily do anything with this to make it more articulate. Maybe make it bigger. But it is what it is. Cosmo. I have a couple ideas for Cosmo. I am not sure where this little dog came from, but if you see here, look at this. This little dog is smaller than Cosmo, right? So it's like a little dog, little lap dog, right? And Shaoxi, this dog does not have, it's a statue basically outside of this. So you have a neck rocker, and you can go up, down, and side to side. And it even has some play. You go sideways, sideways. And so I would probably want to do the same here. And this is basically a double ball barbell joint. And I think that would be a good option for Cosmo. Now, how that would look, where to put that, that's a good question. I would probably see how her cut is right there at the head, so probably give him a cut right there along the head, so that way it doesn't look funny when moving. And then put the insert there, the ball socket there, and go from there. As far as the legs, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I won't mess with it so much. Tail, I think I would want to do, instead of just a pivot, I'd want to do a ball pivot there, so that way it's not straight up, it can go down. I think it's weird that you can do this. That doesn't look right. But if you can bend it down, kind of like the Legends rocket, you can bend his tail down. I would do that. I don't know if it'd be worth putting any rockers or ankle articulation there for his feet or her feet. Like I said, depending on what I definitely want to do is give him a wash, so that way looks more, just looks better, could look better. And there is some shiny parts. So like here we have more of a like a matte cut feel on this, and then on the back right here, and on the, I guess, the electronic area, and right here, and right here, more of a gloss coat or gloss looking texture. That's pretty cool. Little texture difference. But yeah, I'd probably give him a good wash, and let's do it. Let's see. Make him big. Do the stand up. Good dog. Good dog. If you can get that tail to go down, you might be able to balance him out, so that way you can do the standing trick. But anyway, so that's Cosmo. Let's go ahead and compare these to their MU versions real quick. Okay. All right. So I have two versions of the same figure, and there will definitely be a size difference. Let's get that over here. Okay. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. All right. So that's the MU version of Groot. Obviously standing, towering well above this version. And he's measuring probably at 6 inches plus, almost a quarter, 6 1/4 with those branches up there, which translates into, I don't even have a height for it, over 8 feet for sure, in scale. So you go from 6 foot 6'3" ish, 6'1", maybe just 6 foot, to 8 feet in the Marvel universe. Now, Marvel universe has all kinds of articulation. They actually have the same type of articulation for the arms, just they do better. The one thing I wish they had was wrist articulation for him, but his head does move quite well. I haven't put a peg on him yet, or a double ball joint on him yet. Legs go out that far, go back that far, and because it was kind of like a Build-A-Figure, they come off and they go back about that far, right? And these bend so like so, but he also has this, and they rock kind of like this figure here. So it's not a double jointed knee, which would have been nice. But like I said, it has a rocker for his feet. Okay, so the comparison plus the detail of this figure, hands down goes to Marvel Universe, and the same figure, same buck, just in different uniform, same height, same facial expression is right there. Okay, so that's the Marvel Universe. That's what they look like. If I had to compare him to, or this Groot even, to a Marvel Universe, we already showed him side by side with within the Epic series. You know, you saw a mantis there. This is this height to Drax, the Destroyer, and he is shorter than him in the Marvel Universe version, which doesn't fare well for him within scale. Obviously, Drax is a big guy in comics, but Groot should be bigger, and so I would definitely give him some height when I do the addition to his legs. You know, when I do whatever I gotta do for these ankles, and that's where I'd probably give him his height. I might try to give him a thigh swivel, just give him some more thigh. But you know, that sculpting is going to be fun to match. So the easiest way would be to add at the ankles, but even then you'd need to add, you know, to even be the same height as Drax. You'd probably need another, well, quarter-inch would be nice. Quarter-inch would be nice. But that's Groot. That's Cosmo. You can see Cosmo fits in well within the scale here. See? He or she will be fine. Here's a little lapdog. I think this one came from a Legends. I'm not sure where. If you guys know where it comes from, don't put in the comment. But yeah, I think the keeper, the winner, is definitely Cosmo. The kind of a loser would be the individual Groot that only came with the gun, that doesn't really go well with to fit actually inside the hands of Groot. Is a bummer. So that's a negative for that, for this series. Is, you know, they give a nice looking gun, I guess, but he doesn't wield it very well. Let's see, within the same series we have a rocket. Maybe a rocket would hold this gun better. Now, Rocket's hands are super small in this no, in Rocket's hands it'd have to be like a Gatling gun type thing, or rocket maybe. I don't know. It just looks funny. Anyhow, kind of a worthless gun. Maybe give it to Star-Lord or another one of them. But here's Rocket within the series with Cosmo. Okay. And same deal with this one. You definitely want to put that rocker, that ball joint in that tail to make it better. Anyhow, that's the Groot. It's a comparison within the Marvel Universe Groot. Marvel Universe, I think, trumps over this one. I don't know if I would want to do a head swap here. This is what it would look like if you wanted to head swap them. Kind of funky. See if you can see that up there. Kind of a lot of funky. And let's see what this one looks like in here. This ball joint's much smaller than the head here. Let's see if I can use some what is it called? Oh, I'm spacing, it's late. But it's silly putty. I had to look at the label on the package. It's funny. That won't fit. But I mean, doing that will give them some height. It looks kind of funny. But if you open up the ball joint, or if you give them a ball, you know, one of those double barbells, you definitely fit that in, and he would stand at. I mean, it would be a farce, if you will. It's over. It's 4 3/4 at that point. So 4 3/4. Your height would be looking at 6'11" with that head sculpt on this Groot, if you so choose. Obviously, it would depend on how you seat that head, that barbell, but it's potential. It's a potential. What do you guys think? Is that a good combo? I can't really tell. Doesn't look too bad. Looks funny. It definitely looks better than that guy up there. That one looks ridiculous. You know, this one looks good, or at least better. All right, well, that is Groot in the Epic series. Overall thoughts. I would not want to buy the individual. I would not advise him buying the individual Groot in the individual box. He comes with that gun. It is not really something he can wield as a character. But I would recommend uh, the pack where you can get Cosmo and Groot's wings and his wielding arms, which is nice. These are the same guns that you get with Mantis, and so if you have Mantis, those are the exact same guns that you get with her. Plus, you get the wings and the wielding growth on that group. But if you don't get, so you get that the wings, the wielding growths on a group, plus Cosmo and the little Raccoon. If you want to call him Rocket, you can. I'd probably say it's more of the raccoons that Rocket saves at the end of the movie, but that's just me. With the individual route, you get this gun. Let's see if this one will hold. It holds this one. And the wielding, and you can actually make him turn a forward wield a little bit more. But again, you can't make him raise his hands. And does he hold these guns at least? Yeah, he does hold these guns, so that's good. It just looks kind of funny. This gun is kind of questionable. With these little guns, what I'd also recommend is go ahead and cut that. I don't know if you see this. I know it's a gun, and you want to have trigger fingers, but Mantis doesn't have them. None of the figures have them in this line. So what I'd recommend is go ahead and cutting this section off right here and right here, so that way you can go deeper into the hands. And I know it looks funny, but it's better that it looks funny than not being able to have your figures wield. So you go ahead and take that out. See that? Took that little where your trigger is. I don't know what that's. Trigger guard, I guess what it is. That way you can at least, with this one, you can actually put it in his hand, and it looks like he's using the trigger. Same thing with this one. This one's like a little tiny trigger here, right? See that? Trigger guard. If you just cut that open, and I know again, some of y'all do not want to do that, but for me and wielding purposes, like, it's worth it looking kind of like that. And obviously you can cut a little bit more so it looks a little bit better. But for me, I'd rather have the figures be able to wield it and look like they're holding onto it versus just holding onto that little. I mean, you keep it the way it is, they're just holding onto this little nub, and their fingers do not go into that section at all. Especially with this epic line, they don't have trigger finger looking hands. I mean, even Drax here. You see Drax's hand right there. See that? Those are trigger free. Those are more trigger friendly hands. None of the Epic Hero series has true trigger wielding hands or trigger finger hands. Just straight up. If I had Drax out, I'd show you, but I could show you with Rocket. Same exactly. Just just that. See that? Just like, basically this, just doing this. Trigger would be more like that. Yeah. And by doing this, you can actually have Rocket. Maybe. Nope. Too big still. I always want to make Rocket have. There we go. I mean, there we go. All right, see? Now it looks like Rocket's actually holding the gun. Whereas before, he would just be holding it like that. Maybe. Right? But when you take that off, he's actually doing something with it. Yeah. Same thing with Groot. Here we go. And this one's going to be funky because of the structure. But and again, if you had some type of a swivel there for his hands, or even right there at the bicep, you could do a little bit more articulation, but that's him right there. So overall, that's a free modification customization there for that one. Even this one, man, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into more of a Gatling gun for a Rocket, because Rocket didn't come with any guns. And if I can get, I'll take that off right there. Let that be the trigger, maybe, and just take that off. Maybe keep that butt end there. Then it kind of will go underneath, and he'll be able to be something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I have a couple other weapons for Rocket that I've already used for a custom, and we'll see. I don't even know if I'm gonna use this Rocket still. We shall see. Anyway, that's Groot. That's the 2-pack, or the pack with Cosmo, his wings, and of course the baby Raccoon, and also the Groot that came in the solo packaging. Like I said, I'd recommend buying the one with Cosmo and the baby Raccoon, just because you actually get some useful figures, and not just the Groot. Groot's fine. I wish it was a little bit better, but I wish it was a little bit taller as well. But for what he is, there he is. That's the 2-pack one, and this would be the individual pack. For what he is, he's what he is. Let's see. There we go. Hey. All right. So there's a trick. Maybe I kind of had to. All right. So that's what I had to do. You have to do. See the slit right there? That. And then put it in there. And then rotate. Then rotate. And boom. He's holding this gun. Is it worth that? I don't think so. I'd rather go with the value pack there, with the Cosmo and the baby Groot. Plus, you get Groot and his wings and bearing arms. So that's Groot. Again, sorry, that was like 5 outros already. Groot, Cosmo, Raccoon. Compared to the Marvel Universe, I'd stick with Marvel Universe. If I do keep him, I'm going to go ahead and extend him a little bit, build him up a little bit. But definitely going to do some paint wash on her or him, and then where you're basing your Cosmo off of. I'd also think about getting some type of a dome for his astronaut suit, and make him more more astronomical, if that makes any sense. And find a way to connect that into there without messing up, rubbing on his face or head or ears. That's to be found. Once I get that, maybe I'll share what I used or what I did. But anyway, that's them. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.